From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, this is news around the world.
In the headlines, Senate tells Libya to apologize to Nigerian government over maltreatment of super egos. Kwara Assembly calls for reintegration of out-of-school children into formal schools. Lagos Red Line Rail begins operations today. On the foreign scene, North Korea blows up road connecting it to South Korea. In business news, Nigerians' inflation rose to 32.70%. In entertainment news, court orders Very Dark Man to delete defamatory video made against Femi Falana. And from the exciting world of sport, New Zealand coach 6 perfect start against Flamingos in female under-17 World Cup. Good evening and many thanks for joining us for news across the world on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. I am Omonike Babatunde. You can listen to us via our website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM. You can also download our app on Play Store, Diamond 887 FM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Don't go away, please.
Who be this person with the text me now? Oh, Bolan. Oh, me I go quick check am. I go text you later.
That's what can happen if you take your eyes off the road. Texting or using your phone when driving is very dangerous for you and other road users. Keep yourself and other road users safe by staying off your phone when driving. We need you alive.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin.
You're welcome back from that short break, and now the news in detail. The Senate has asked Libya to apologize to the Nigerian government over the ill treatment it meted out to Nigerian senior football men's team, Super Eagles. This was after the president of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, condemned the act while also demanding a probe and penalization of Libya over the matter. On the personal explanation during plenary today, Senator Ismaila Kawu raised the ill treatment of the Super Eagles football team by the Libyan Authority and Football Federation in Libya. Condemning the actions of the Libyan authorities for these unwarranted hostilities, he noted with regret that the action of the Libyan Authority and Football Federation did not only endanger the lives of the players but other members of the delegation. He also urged the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs to call the attention of the Libyan government to the negative diplomatic consequences of such action. The federal government has launched the Nigeria Reputation Management Group, an initiative aimed at reshaping how the world perceives the country. The NRMJ, spearheaded by the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations with the backing of the Ministry of Information and National Orientation, was formally unveiled in Abuja today by Minister of Information Mohammed Idris. With Nigeria's image often marred by issues like corruption, security challenges, and poor governance, the NRMJ is being positioned as a game-changing strategy to confront these negative stereotypes and present a more accurate, dynamic narrative of the country's strength and potential. Idris stressed that Nigeria's national brand has long been undervalued as a key asset, even though global perception of a country have a direct impact on its economic and diplomatic fortunes. And now in the state of Harmony, Kwara State House of Assembly has urged Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak to direct the Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development to map out plans to reintegrate the out-of-school children into formal education system. This was equal to the motion of notice on the need to arrest the menace of out-of-school children in Kwara State raised by a member representing Kayama Kemanji Wajibe constituency, Abdullahi Halidu Dambaba, during today's plenary. Dambaba, during his submission, described education as the bedrock of national development and individual empowerment. Other lawmakers in their contributions expressed sadness over the menace, saying the recent available data show that about 200,000 children are currently out of school in Kwara State. In his resolution, the Speaker, Engineer Yakubu Dala urged the state government to direct the Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development and SUBEB to partner with education stakeholders, NGOs, and local communities to implement targeted initiatives aimed at reintegrating the out-of-school children into formal system. The much talked about Lagos State LMRT Red Line will begin commercial operation after official unveiling by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Speaking on the project via his verified social media handles, the governor said this is the second rail system to become operational in less than 2 years in the state, asking Lagosians to protect the infrastructure as their commonwealth. The 27-kilometer Red Line has 8 stations at Oyingbo, Yaba, Mushi, Oshodi, Ikeja, Agege, Iju, and Agbado areas of Lagos. The metro train service is projected to transport about 500,000 residents and visitors daily as the schedule is increased, providing a viable means of commuting. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Olukayode Egbetokun, has disclosed that the force has arrested 10,852 suspects across the country between July and October of this year. The arrests, Egbetokun said, were carried out through tactical operations, intelligence-led policing, and community engagement strategies. The IGP revealed this at a quarter conference with the strategic managers of the Nigerian police force. The aim, Egbetokun said, is to review performance and significant national events since their last meeting in July. He said the agenda is also to pinpoint upcoming challenges and craft empirically based solutions, particularly focusing on the Ondo State off-circle election and various local government elections across the country. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilori. We'll go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign and sport news. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 87 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that short break. You're still listening to news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorraine. Now we move on to the foreign stories. North Korea blew up sections of the deeply symbolic roads and railways connecting it to the south. North Korea's military last week vowed to permanently seal its southern border after spending months laying mines and building anti-tank barriers in the wake of leader Kim Jong-un's declaring the South his country's principal enemy. The North also accused Seoul of using drones to drop anti-regime propaganda leaflets in the capital, Pyongyang, with Kim convening a security meeting to direct the plan of immediate military action. The North Korea Joint Chiefs of Staff said North Korea has detonated part of the Gyeonggu and Gyeonghae Road with north of the military demarcation line that once connected the two countries. The JCS added that some sections of railways connecting the north to the south has also been detonated without giving further details. Still on the foreign scene. Early in-person voting gets underway today in Georgia, one of the battleground states in the U.S. election. Georgia has one of the country's largest proportions of black voters who are believed to have helped Joe Biden win the state by about 12,000 votes in 2020. It is also the state where Trump and some 18 other defendants are accused of criminally conspiring to overturn his defeat in 2020. Trump also pleaded not guilty. Trump will today appear in Chicago to be interviewed by Bloomberg. Kamala Harris also heads to Michigan to face questions from radio host Charlamagne Tha God. Polls suggest Harris has a narrow lead over Trump nationally, but battleground states are extremely close. That ends our foreign news, and up next is our business news.
Diamond FM Business News.
In our business update today, Nigeria's headline inflation rate for September 2024 rose to 32.70% after slowly consecutively in the previous 2 months of July and August. This was according to the latest consumer price index from the National Bureau of Statistics. It is a marginal increase of 0.55% from the August 2024 figure of 32.15%, reflecting ongoing price pressures across the country. Food prices remain a key driver of inflation, with the food inflation rate climbing to 37.77% in the September 2024, a notable rise of 7.13% from the 30.64% recorded in the same period last year. The increase in food inflation is largely attributed to rising prices of staples such as rice, maize, beans, and yam. That's into business news. Up next is our entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment update, our High Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos State, has ordered social media critic Martins Vincent Ote, aka Very Dark Man, to delete defamatory videos on human rights lawyer Femi Falana. The court also ordered the critic to desist from making any comment about the Falanas again. This comes after Falana revealed he is resisting the temptation to file a criminal complaint against Very Dark Man for accusing him of allegedly facilitating pardon for cross-dresser Idris Okonelye, also known as Bobrisky. It could be recalled that Very Dark Man on September 24, 2024, leaked a voice call recording of Bobrisky narrating how singer Fowles contacted him during a 6-month jail term. Responding to the allegations, the Falanas filed a letter demanding a retraction of the statement and an apology from Very Dark Man within 24 hours. That ends our entertainment news, and up next is
Diamond FM Sports News.
From the exciting world of sport today, New Zealand head coach Alana Gunn is optimistic our team will have a good outing at the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Dominican Republic. The Oceania champions are drawn in Group A with the host country Dominican Republic, Ecuador and Nigeria. Gunn's side will be up against Nigeria in their opening fixture on Wednesday night. The coach is banking on his players to keep up with the momentum from their successful campaign of the OFC Championship last month. Speaking ahead of the game against Nigeria, Gunn said it is going to be a privilege to lead the team at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. She is really pleased with the squad she has assembled after a competitive selection process. After taking on Nigeria in the opener, New Zealand will face host Dominican Republic on 20 October and Ecuador on 23rd October. Still from the exciting world of sport. The pilot of the chartered aircraft in which the Super Eagles flew to Libya has revealed that Libyan authority coerced him to divert the flight to the substandard airport at Al Abrak. The unexpected diversion of the flight to a remote airport, Al Abrak, instead of their intended destination, Benghazi, has been a source of controversy between Nigeria and Libya. While the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, alleged that the move was intentional, the Libyan Football Federation, LFF, denied maltreating the Super Eagles, attributing the crisis to a hitch in logistics. However, the Tunisian pilot said the risky diversion was unexpected, adding that his plea to the Libyans on the risk of doing so fell on deaf ears. That is from the exciting world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlights. Senate tells Libya to apologize to Nigerian government over maltreatment of Super Eagles. Kwara Assembly calls for reintegration of out-of-school children into formal school. Lagos Red Line Rail begins operations today. And on the foreign scene, North Korea blows up roads connecting it to the South Korea. In business news, Nigeria's inflation rose to 32.70%. In entertainment news, court orders Very Dark Man to delete defamatory video made against Femi Falana. In the world of sports, New Zealand coach seeks perfect start against Flamingos in female Under-17 World Cup. For today in history, did you know that on this day in 1930, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, pioneer of Afrobeat music and human rights activist, was born in Abeokuta, Ogun State? Now you know. For news coverage or information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. One more time, 091 6062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akinwumi, and my name is Omonike Babatunde. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
For up-to-date news reported across the globe, be rest assured you're on the right radio dial. Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, your Shining Supreme station.